Fuck you, Enbridge.
Fuck you.
My name is Billy Barnett.
All right.
And I'm part owner of a barbecue business that we set up here on the river, which started last year on July 4th. And because of the oil spill, our business shut down. We lost money just because of the business being shut down. Not only that, when we tried to set up in other places, we lost business because they knew that we were down here at the oil spill. I have symptoms of having a cold all the time. I've got rashes on my back and my left buttock, also on my right back leg. I'm just having a lot of problems with fatigue, and where I never had those type of problems before. It's messed up a whole lot of things. The money that I spent trying to get the business together set my family back a lot, and I'm still feeling that, right now.
Did Enbridge ever offer to pay you guys back?
No, they never offered anything. We actually went downtown and tried to speak to them at the at the court building several times when they're set up, and they gave us the runaround, telling us that we needed specific documents and such and therefore for things that we had spent money on, and we at the time we were just like we just did it from our own money. So we were just, we wasn't keeping receipts and things like that. We were just trying to get the business up and started. I know we should have, but because they told us that we, didn't have receipts and everything, we didn't pursue it as much as we would have liked to.
But it's funny that they said that when their helicopters and all the helicopters that flew over this through the spill, they could actually see the massive size grills and picnic tables and wood piles that we had here established to set up. And also when they talked to the owner had let them know that he had some guys that he was letting use the property to run their business. We started on the 4th of July, and then from the 4th of July,
your business was doing pretty good until the oil
business
spill.
Was still. Well, my brother had got sick, so we couldn't one man team it. So I was waiting on this sick, and then when he came back out here, that's when the oil spilled, and we was gonna cook for the people, but they said no, it wouldn't be good for us to cook because how harmful the stuff was. People was not gonna be able to come down here, and we'll have the government or somebody coming towards us far as health reasons, cooking down here with that oil spill.
Well, did you ever hear from EPA or read in the newspaper or from Enbridge that everything was fine and you'd be okay? Did you ever hear anything like that?
Yeah, we heard they said everything was okay, and they got the problem. They took care of the problem, and they taking care of the problem. So with this business not able to boom, and us to bring in money that we need to bring in for the family, I was still a part of this company here, helping with the auto body and auto mechanics aspect on it until we got sick. The head body man, Mr. Dennis Jordan, me and him was good friends for years, and we end up falling out because of lack of hours getting in to come to work because of health problems. He went to the doctor. I had my respiratory problem. I got chronic asthma and breathing that. So the money started getting messed up in the building. We kind of fell out because we couldn't come in and work because of the smell, and we couldn't get the work done that we need because both of us was sick, having diarrhea and difficulties breathing. And it was just hard. So we kind of fell off. And then when we heard that a lot of other people that was down in this general area was getting paid different monies from what they lost, we try to go down there and see what they can do for us. And they seen us and talked to us several times. And when we come in there to ask for the help, they look at us like, okay,
like
where's your paperwork at? Like we're trying to steal. You filming us every day with the helicopters. It was not a day we wasn't out here because we were still trying to, maintain and check on them expensive grills, and we were still maintaining and helping out with this company down here because we was also doing this tree removal and getting the landscape in this area looking real nice, for our business, as long as helping out this business. And like I said, our health just depleted And
as a result, we lost not only money, but we lost equipment. We had equipment that was stolen
from down here.
Because
when we couldn't get to them when we were sick, we lost grills that we even went and purchased out at Menards, not just the grills the expensive ones that we had made.
So you're real close to the river. I mean, that's right there.
The river is right there. We had a lovely spot.
That was the name of our business, on the river.
On the river.
Or at the river.
And so, how bad was the fumes?
Oh man,
it was tough.
It was just ridiculous. It was hard breathing standing here. The wind was blowing. When the wind would blow, it was just.
You ever been behind a tar truck?
Yep.
Yeah.
And driving, and that funk come through your heater, and you wish you can just drive around it.
That's
and that stench don't want to go away, and you can't get used to it. That's what it was.
That's what it was.
And that was 24/7.
24/7.
And
we could smell it all the way to our home. We stayed just up Washington, past the Federal Center, not even a mile away, and you could still smell it. And they were saying something about we shouldn't use our water, and stuff like that.
Well, I've heard of an attorney that's going to have a major lawsuit, just like Aaron Brockovich did, against Enbridge, for one lying because they said there was an evacuation, or excuse me, they didn't say there was an evacuation of 1,000 foot when there really was. And people can sue for miles away. If you breathed it in and you felt sick, you were contaminated.
Still
feeling it.
Still feeling it over a year later.
Fatigue. I'm still having respiratory problems. I got to sleep with a CPAP. I use a nebulizer. I carry around my asthma medicine. My breathing still haven't got right to this day, and I'm scared to keep running back and forth to the doctors because doctor bills is not.
It's outrageous.
It's not right with us right now.
We can't afford it.
Nobody could afford it. They wanted you to pay for the stuff first and then reimburse you. You can't afford it.
No way.
I mean,
if we could have looked over a lot of stuff if we could have got the help when we asked for the help for the little money that they did pay out to some of these people. That little money could have helped out our household a lot. A lot of us got put back. We had to go find a house.
Do you believe because of your color that they were prejudiced against you?
I really do think so, because there were a lot of people that they were talking to when we went in that they got way more respect.
Accent.
Yeah, and they got more respect than we got. It just seemed like as soon as we talked to them, they felt like that we was some type of crooks or trying to get over on them, and it wasn't that at all. We just wanted to recoup what we had lost.
They was giving people checks faster, as they just saying I was in that area, and they get checks, and we got actual proof. You know what I'm saying? We was a site. We had cards. We had businesses. Reporters. We had people who came on the 4th of July who ate our delicious food that know that we was set up here and established, and they still wanted more from us and didn't even try to do the footwork, even when they asked the owner that was running this building and several other people about our business, and they all said the same thing. You would think they would have got back with us saying, okay, the little letter stuff, the stuff that you need, the coupons or the receipts or whatever you need to show proof that y'all bought and y'all stocked food. How many people keep receipts? How many men, as a man, do you keep receipts?
All the
no,
receipts
I haven't kept.
Unless it was a color TV, a big stereo that you paid a lot of money for.
I've spent about $15,000, I'm guessing, at least, on just gas, driving up and down the river, and for copies and stuff like that. Wow. Just to videotape.
So how many receipts you got?
I don't.
Exactly.
Thank you.
I don't.
Well, look how close we are to the river.
Yeah.
We're right at the river.
Yep.
So there's no way that they can say that we couldn't have inhaled any fumes, or there's no way we could be sick from this. We're right by the river.
Yep, I know. And the reason why I asked about being prejudiced against by Enbridge is because I know the facts. I know they have been, and I know they've been ripping people off because they were a minority, and I feel sorry for that situation. So I want to bring it to light. I want people to know what this company's doing.
Yeah, they should be accountable for their actions. Even if it was a mistake or it was an accident, people should be compensated for their losses.
This is how I feel about it. I didn't really look that deep into thinking about the prejudice part as far as just my skin color. I looked at it when they was bringing other people, excuse my French, motherfuckers from out of town to work this spiel when we had old people that was getting money here and sick and needed jobs. They should have hired the people within the city to help with that spill instead of bringing people. I knew people, people
Detroit,
from
Texas, all over.
New Orleans, people coming from everywhere coming here to work when we need people right here in our own city needed that little bread that they was giving out to people. They paying for hotel rooms and dinner and all that, compensating for them people when all they had to pay us was money because we had our own homes here.
Yep. Now, listen, Enbridge should have never put workers into these hotel rooms. They should have put you guys in those hotel rooms.
That's right.
They should have had those guys sleeping in their truck or in a camper or a bus or a tent or whatever they needed to do.
That's right.
Or 2 hours away and paid for their gas money to get here.
Exactly.
They should not have let you guys stay in your homes breathing these toxic chemicals in for all that period because of the sickness that you'll get from it. Mm-hmm. So Enbridge is guilty of that. The other thing that we were just talking about, God, I forget things so easy sometimes, like 5 seconds ago. But Enbridge was paying guys to sit in a parking lot. They had hundreds and hundreds of guys getting $15, $20 an hour for 12 hours a day, 7 days a week that were sitting in parking lots doing nothing.
We watched them
right here, and we watched them farther down the river.
Yep. That's what we was asking, what are you guys doing
out here?
And when they was telling us about the kind of money they was making, that's what we was like, well,
wow.
Damn. Yep. You from out of town, you making that kind of money, you ain't doing nothing?
Yep.
Sitting.
Yep, that's true. And then the other thing is, the reason why they didn't hire out-of-state or in-state people is because they tell. Look what I did. I told on them. I saw something in my hometown. I saw oil being covered up, and I told on them. They don't want that to happen, so they hire out-of-state people that aren't going to say nothing.
That was wrong, because I would. That was like you didn't want me to protect my own.
Exactly.
Yep.
Protect my family.
And that's
me
what they
to
do.
hide the truth from my family, and now we at risk because you want to hide something. Your family out of town and your family safe. But you don't want me to come to see what I need. If I see something, who's to say I need to tell? I'm not a snitch.
Yep.
I don't need to tell nothing. But if it ain't right, I'm going to protect my family.
Exactly.
I'm going to get my family into the clear.
Exactly.
Right.
And
so they're wrong for all of that.
Yeah, Enbridge is 100% wrong for what they're doing. And the illegal immigrants, they knew about it. Listen, I called the governor 3 different times and left messages. I talked to the the immigration people. This is a month before they ever found out about the illegal workers. I went right to the head Enbridge guy at the casino yard that was above me, and I told him to his face that you have all these illegal workers and you need to do something about that. And so when Enbridge now says that they didn't know about them, they say it's plausible deniability because a subcontractor hired them. They are lying. They knew about it a month before.
Do we still got numbers? Because, man, we kicked it with a couple people that had roofing jobs and good jobs that went out and went to auctions and bought buses and big vans and was bringing the people up here.
Exactly.
We was up here talking to people. They was telling me they was getting people from San Antonio and Mexico and shipping them up here. Talking about, I'm just a bus driver.
Exactly.
I'm getting paid this kind of money just to bring the people up here. I know what you're talking about. Because some of them people were some good friends for a good minute, and they said all we doing is sit back kicking it. Bring my people where they need to go and take them back where they need to go, and they was getting good money for that.
Yep.
And that's what pissed me off real good. I can hold you up.
Well, is there anything you want to say to Enbridge?
I'd like to say, Enbridge, you need to fix what you messed up. There's no point in you guys just taking our town and our cities and just saying, fuck you, basically. You know, there's no reason for you guys not to do the right thing. Enbridge, do the right thing.
And you?
I would say it's real messed up that you want to kill a society that's already dead, that's not growing now. We're in a recession, and you didn't make the matters no better.
I'm taping right now.
And there ain't nothing that you could do to really make it right, but you should do everything in your heart to make people feel better than what the shit that y'all pulled off.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, gentlemen, for your interview.
Thank you.
And I'll put it on YouTube. Tell your friends.
All right. Fuck you, Enbridge.
Fuck you.
Say,
You glad we ain't catch up with you? For real.
don't worry, I'm catching up with them.